Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today you guys are going to get to see my tiger salamander enclosure. It is completely bioactive and live planted. It's been bioactive for a few months now. I made all my enclosures bioactive substrate wise, and then I was like, I want to make it even cooler and have live plants. So then I went the route of redoing everything. So it's been a very busy few months. In fact, this injury on my finger is from reorganizing the pet room closet, and I cut my hand on old acrylic from old gecko bookshelves, which are what you see over here, by the way. Anyways, my tiger salamander actually isn't in this room. She is in my bedroom, and she is named Neville. If you haven't met her yet, be prepared to. She's full of personality. She's lovely. Neville's enclosure is lacking a few things that you would typically see in a bioactive, such as a drainage layer, but I explain everything in detail in the video, so please, if you have any questions, wait till the end of the video to ask them. That way you hear everything in my explanation for it before asking a question, because most of the time the comments that I get on my YouTube channel are questions I've already answered in the video they're commenting on. They just didn't listen all the way through. So please listen all the way through before you ask a question. Without further ado, let's go ahead and check out Neville's enclosure. Hello everyone and welcome to this Bioactive Tiger Salamander Enclosure Tour. This is the entirety of the enclosure. It might look small this way, but it's actually a 24 by 18 by 12 exoterra, which is a 20-gallon sizing. It's just hard to tell depth when you're just looking at something face on. Neville, my tiger salamander, is currently chilling down in a 10-gallon, and by chilling I mean she or he. I'm pretty sure it's a she, so named Neville, but forever going to be called a he in those comments. But she's just flopping around down there like crazy because she's ready to go back home. So we're going to try and get this done as quickly as possible so we can reintroduce her. So this bioactive is going to be a little bit different than other bioactives you've seen, and that is because it doesn't have a drainage layer. So tiger salamanders are burrowers, and in nature they can be found up to 4 feet deep in the earth, so it's important to have a lot of substrate. The recommended minimum is 4 inches, and this enclosure has, oh gosh, it's like a variety of inches. Let's see if I can lower down a little bit to show you. The dirt goes all the way up to the doors, but in the back it's even higher, and it's kind of hard to tell because of the depth. But it is multiple inches of substrate, and that is the important, look, you can see my hands moving, and that's the important thing to have. You want to have as much substrate as possible. So, what type of substrate is this, and why is it bioactive? So this is actually a combination of soils. I have organic topsoil in here. I have terra firma by the Biodude in here, although I did sift through it and pick out a lot of the larger chunks because they can be harmful to tiger salamander's skin. And then I also used a bit of Eco Earth as well. So I would say if I had to measure it out, I would say it's probably like 25% or less Eco Earth, and then the rest is probably evenly split between terra firma and organic topsoil. So the reason that you want to use a mix of soils or anything, just with the exception of Eco Earth, like you want to use something that's more than just Eco Earth. You can use Eco Earth, but you want to have it mixed with something. It's because Eco Earth isn't really like a soil. It's just like coconut fiber. I've had a lot of issues with Eco Earth in terms of it like just absorbing toxins and holding on to them. And because tiger salamanders are amphibians, they breathe through their skin. If you just use Eco Earth, then they're just getting those toxins. If you read about tiger salamanders on a lot of forums, they'll recommend not using straight Eco Earth because of this. And I actually did have my own experience with this, in which Neville actually got an infection, even though I had just freshly changed her Eco Earth. There must have been something bad in that batch of Eco Earth, or it must have been something that was building up in the enclosure. So I was like, yeah, that's it, I'm not just using Eco Earth. And I had to pick through an entire bag of organic topsoil, in which I found glass and paper and all kinds of great things. So it took me many days to pick through all of it. And then I also picked through a couple bags of the Biodude's terra firma. So those are the soils that I use, and the reason it's bioactive is because it is filled with isopods and springtails, and it also has wood mites, which are apparently safe because they came with the Biodude substrate. And mites sound bad, but wood mites are actually completely safe, and I had like a panic attack when I first saw them, and I had to ask all my friends who've done bioactive. They're like, it's fine, and I can completely confirm Neville has been with this soil for a little while now, and there's been absolutely no problem. And all the other animals I have where those little mites are seen, like in my frog enclosures, they're completely fine as well. Another thing that you'll see on top of the soil is leaf litter. Leaf litter is great not only for the aesthetics and for like burrowing species like a tiger salamander, but it's also great because when it breaks down, the microfauna, the isopods and springtails, and unfortunately also the mites, can eat on it, and they can thrive from eating the breakdown of the materials. So it's good to have in there for that reason as well. One more thing about like the entirety of the enclosure aside from the dirt is the wall and the background of the enclosure. They're actually just cork tile backgrounds made by ZoomEd. So the back, I took two 12-12 tiles and glued them together, and actually you can't tell, so I'm really proud of myself. But then I covered it in dirt, not only to cover the seam but to make it look a little bit more natural. So I just took some silicone on my gloved hand and smeared it on there, and then patted some Eco Earth on top. I did the same thing for both sides, so there's another side over there you can't really see, and then there's a side over here. Alright, so for our closer look, there is a big piece of cork that's right in the front. That is like a main hide for Neville, although if you know anything about tiger salamanders, they'll just hide under the substrate, and that's completely fine with me. Behind that is actually a creeping Charlie, but it is not planted in this substrate. This substrate like doesn't grow plants well. It's not super nutrient rich, and also Neville would destroy the roots when he burrows or when she burrows. So I'm gonna see if you can see back there. It's actually a cork planter. So I took a cork round. There it is. And it's actually super tall. It's adhered to the bottom with silicone, and then I filled it with a little bit of the hydrogen drainage layer just so that it didn't get too like stuffy and moist in there. And then I also put soil in, and then I put the creeping Charlie in, and hopefully it'll work this way. I cannot confirm or deny that yet. But it like fit in there perfectly, and it looks like a tree. It's super cool. On the other side we have this stream area. However, it is not the same type of stream area that you've seen in some of my other bioactives. Actually, let me show you an example in my red-eyed crocodile skink enclosure next door. This is the stream area, and you can see a springtail on the surface of the water in my red-eyed crocodile skink enclosure. And as you can see, it is made with acrylic and silicone. It looks like it's actually part of the enclosure, whereas Neville's is actually the Tupperware container filled with rocks, yes, and the same filter, yes, but is not actually part of the enclosure and can be easily removed. Now, I did this for multiple reasons. One reason is I would love to take this out and clean it because Neville is just a dirt flinger. I mean, Neville just flings dirt everywhere when she's burrowing, so of course I wanted to be able to take it out and be able to clean it even easier than I can the other ones. The other ones aren't hard to clean. You just have to get a turkey baster and sift in between the rocks and get any dirts or anything like that, but it's really not bad. But with Neville, I figured it'd be a nightmare. But there was a second reason, which was because Neville likes to burrow underneath of her water dish, and that is because that area is super moist because no air, no light reaches it. It stays moist down there. So Neville has a few inches beneath this to actually dig under when she's feeling like she wants to just mellow out for a while. So sometimes, like in the colder months of the year, Neville will just stay under the dirt for a couple months at a time, or she'll only come out like one time a week, eat, and then she'll go under for a few weeks at a time. And fortunately, it's no longer cold, so I don't have to worry about that. But the enclosure obviously is going to stay the same throughout the whole year, so I wanted her to still have the cool, dark, moist areas like underneath of here. So when she feels like, hey, it's a little chilly in here, I'm gonna go hibernate for a little bit, she still has that option. So that is everything in this enclosure. Very easy to explain, very easy to put together. Oh, I guess I should say what these rocks are. These are, turtle something Imagitarium turtle rocks. I don't know, I got them from Petco, but I like their size and they had a good rating, and I use them in all my stream areas. And then there's a filter back there. It's actually advertised as a turtle filter. I think it's by ZoomEd. I would never ever use that for turtles. I would only use it for small areas like this. My main purpose for using it is to collect some of the dirt, as well as to offer a little bit of water flow so the water doesn't get that like stagnant nastiness to it, and also to make it look more like a stream. Okay, so it's time to add Neville, and she's wigging out down there, so let's go get her. Settle down, Salamander. It's okay. Go ahead. Good. Careful, you're gonna run right into your water. Uh-oh. You could kind of see. So she's supposed to have 5 fingers on that hand. She only has 1. That's actually the issue I had with it. Okay, well. Smart Salamander. So anyways, while she just face dived, for reference, this was her previous bowl. It's a lot smaller, but she's in it like every single night. She spends like all her nights in it, just relaxing, and she'll poop in it sometimes, and so that's always fun. It looks like the water probably could go a little bit higher for her. Okay, face diving again. You're so cute. Do you like your stream area? So anyways, I wanted to get something that was bigger for her to actually experience and enjoy, because she really does love going in her water. And also it creates a bigger area beneath. There you are. Oh my gosh, look at you, just like a roll. You struggling? Can you get out? Use those back legs. Uh-oh. We might have to make some adjustments in the corners. Put some more rocks. That's okay. We learn as we go. Oh, don't jump out your enclosure, sweetheart. So anyways, having a larger water section ensures that she has a lot of like water to be in, and also the area underneath to hide in when she's feeling like she wants to go hide. Uh-oh. Careful. Careful. You can kind of see my axolotl enclosure. It's low on it's low on water. It's water cleaning day. Get back in your house. This tiger salamander eats so much damn food. Like, I don't even understand how she's always so hungry. Go on now. Go back home. No. Goodness gracious. Am I gonna have to feed you for these people? Let me see if I have a hornworm small enough for you. Stay in here. Don't fall out. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. This one's kind of large. Here, I'll crush the head first just to make sure it doesn't get you. So pro tip, if you're ever worried about the size of a hornworm or a superworm, you can crush the head. That way it can't bite and cause harm to your little animal friend. So I have crushed the head multiple times. And here we go. Oh, okay. Okay, you got it. Eek, you got hornworm guts on me. Thank you for that. Don't fall out. I know. Goodness, it's a big one, huh? Oh my gosh. Good girl. Good girl. Jump. No, Neville. It's a bad idea, sweetheart. Stay in the enclosure. Are you gonna go explore your house? I'm not feeding you. Here. Let's get you away from the edge, okay? I just don't want you to fall and get hurt. Oh my gosh, do you even listen? Do you even listen? Wah! Neville. No, this is not food. This is what I do every single time I open her doors. I have to make sure she don't jump out. And then when I'm feeding her, I have to close her doors in between getting a worm because she'll jump out at me like a crazy animal. She just loves food. Don't eat my fingers! Don't do it. Come on. So actually, I probably never finished what I was saying earlier. Oh, it's okay. So if you can see up here, that last finger is not as long as the fingers. Stop it, I'm not feeding you. Over here. Stop. See how it's like shorter? So actually, because of her eco-earth, she developed an infection and it caused her toe to rot, and she also had a spot on her back leg that rotted as well. It was just like this tiny little spot, and it healed super fast, and I was gonna make a video about it, but then ovulation season started for leopard geckos, and I was like, this is a nightmare. I'm too busy to film videos right now. But it basically came down to as simple as I rinsed it with saline solution and then treated it while she was in quarantine with Neosporin, and then it was none. And I had a vet appointment scheduled, but they couldn't see me for 2 weeks, so I was like, I'll just take care of it myself, and if it gets better, then I'll cancel the appointment. So it got better, and she's been great ever since. But it must have just been a bad batch of eco-earth or something, after talking to some friends of mine who also do like bioactives or use different soils, and they were like, yeah, just stay away from just plain eco-earth. And I was like, girl, you right. Neville, go explore your house. I'm not feeding you. Here, I'm gonna put her in her enclosure actually, so she just goes and does something instead of just standing here at the door waiting for me to feed her. Oh wait, she's moving on her own. Success. So it was actually a spot, oops, I'm sorry, on this back leg right here, and it's all healed up and good. Oh, she's digging. I'm hoping she'll like the texturing of the walls, like now that there's the cork and whatnot, allows her more to interact with, even if like it's just like a flat surface, it's more textured. I think that she'll enjoy it. Easier to climb, and she really does like to stand up on her back legs and like use her tail like to help her prop herself up. Hello, pretty girl. I'm not feeding you, so don't come out the doors. It'd be a bad idea. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, Neville. Blasphemy. This is not, okay, here, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put you back here. Don't jump into your water area. Oh, well. Ay, ay, ay. We need to make that a smoother transition, don't we? Come here. You're alright. Come here. Don't just run into your stream area. Don't do it. Oh my gosh, if you're just gonna keep coming to the doors, how am I supposed to get any footage of you enjoying your enclosure? Huh? Is this how you enjoy it? You come out to be fed? Look at her. Food, please. I'm here. Goodness gracious. Well, I think that's all you're gonna be doing for the time being. So I'm just gonna let you live your life. I'm gonna put you back in your enclosure. I'll try and get some footage over the next couple of days of her enjoying her enclosure, since all she can think about right now is eating, which I can relate to. Oh, there you go. Yes, go in your, okay, you slipped on a leaf. By the way, if anyone's worried about how she plops herself down in there, don't. She does it in her small water dish too. And sometimes she'll just lay with her whole body submerged underwater, and I was like, oh, is it a fish now? Are you a fish? But yeah, it's completely normal. It's okay. And I'm gonna add some more rocks to the two corners over here, so she has an easier time getting out. But as you can see, she did it just fine. Uh-oh, she's popping out. There she is. You see her head back there? Neville! Are you enjoying yourself? Please don't kill your creeping Charlie by stepping all over it. I tried to keep it like as far out of your way as possible. What are you doing? Okay, well I think she's just gonna stay back there. So I'm gonna end this because it's been 20 minutes of her begging for food, basically. Everyone say bye to Neville. Thank you, Neville, for entertaining us today with your dopey gloriousness. And I will try and include some clips of her enjoying her enclosure throughout like the week before I post on YouTube. That way you guys can see more of her rather than just feed me, human. Oh, are you coming out? I'm coming out. Are you coming out? Are you coming out? Okay, I'm gonna take that as a no. So, everyone, say bye to glorious Neville. Oh my gosh, stop looking at me, I'm not feeding you. What a lovely creature. What a lovely creature. Okay, bye everyone. Hello, Neville. Is that it? Are you done coming out? Oh, okay. That was random. Hello. Are you coming out? Hello. How you doing? Oh my goodness. I do not have any more food for you. Oh my gosh. You're so cute. How am I supposed to resist? I already fed you once. Focus, thank you. Alright, farewell, Neville. No, stay. So, this is Neville's enclosure currently. It's kind of dark in here, so it's hard to see because we're approaching the end of the day, so it's just darker in the room. But it looks really good, and she pooped the largest poop I've ever seen her first night in here. It was literally like this long, and I think it was because she had just eaten her shed and dinner, so it was just like made for a really big poop. But as you can see, she's definitely moved the dirt around. In fact, this huge pile over here used to be right here, and it used to cover the entirety of the front of the cave. And I also saw her out earlier, but I think she has since gone back into the ground. So, everything's going really great, and I'm gonna put the video up, so I hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please let me know by leaving a comment down below. Also subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a like, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!